You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 157.1, the Central Indiana Sports Daily Report, high school, college, and professional sports from all over Central Indiana, and occasionally a little bit of national sports news.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report. We love that you're here with us. Today is January 24th, 2025. It's a Friday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from Stage 22 in Elwood. Producer Susie is in the control room at headquarters in Jeffersonville. On today's Central Indiana Sports Report, we have lots of high school boys and girls basketball and swimming, IUK's doubleheader in Pippa Pass, Kentucky, a pitiful Pacers performance in Paris, and a look ahead to Friday's biggest events. Before we get to that, please like, subscribe, or follow us on your favorite podcasting hosts so you don't miss a single segment. We're also at YouTube now. You can just stream us right on there. Please go subscribe there. And we start with the Elwood Panthers' 12th win of the season, their most in 11 years, more than the last 5 years combined, since the loss of my man Greg Brunnemer. The Panthers beat Westdale 58-17 Thursday. Amazing coaching job by Courtney Licklider. She's one of the top candidates for our Coach of the Year, that's for sure. I've probably narrowed it down to her and Alexandria's Mickey Hosier, Oak Hill's Carrie Barkham, Sheridan's Jalen Bradshaw, Marion's Renika Drake has to be considered, Delta's Tyronda Benning, great season, Wapahani's Scott Hudson. They should all deserve consideration. Sorry if I forgot somebody. And also shout out to Jennifer Jacoby of Rossville, one of my all-time favorite basketball players. Sheridan won its 16th game in a row, 67-42 at Delphi on Thursday. The 2A number 12 Blackhawks are now 18-1 and are 2 wins away from the Hoosier Heartland Conference Championship. They can clinch a share of the title if they beat 15-4 Clinton Central on Tuesday. No easy task. Then could win the championship outright at 4-16 Taylor next Friday. Kinsey Garner had 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists to lead Sheridan, as she usually does. Cecilia Temmy's been playing really well. She had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And Brielle Garner, Kinsey's cousin, had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 0 turnovers. Casey Warfel continued her tear Thursday with 26 points. She was 9 for 14 from the field in Pendleton Heights' 52-37 win at Connorsville. It's the 9th win in a row for the 15-6 Arabians. They go to Shelbyville on Tuesday with a chance to clinch a share of the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Connorsville entered the game on Thursday 13-6 and having won 4 of their last 5 games. Good team. The Spartans were led by 15 points from Kendall Bottomley. She was 9 for 11 at the free throw line. Kinsey Koch and 2A number 13 Eastern Hancock ran past Daleville 72-47 to clinch at least a share of the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship. Kinsey Koch, just a sophomore, broke her own single-game scoring record at Eastern Hancock with 44 points. The Royals should win it outright Tuesday at home, but it won't be a walk in the park against 11-7 Monroe Central. Daleville's now 11-7. 2A number 7 Bluffton is 19-2 after beating Eastbrook 67-29. Bluffton has won 5 straight and 17 of its last 18 games. Junior Conley Alt led the Tigers with 20 points, and senior Isabella Stout had 19. Eastbrook is now 5-13 and has lost 4 in a row. Northfield won for the fifth time in 6 games with a 75-34 win over Madison Grant. The Argyles are 4-16. LaPel won its 14th game of the season, 60-29 at Muncie Central. The Bulldogs have won 4 of their last 6 and have a big one at 17-3 Wapahani in their regular season finale on Tuesday. In the last 2 seasons, Tyronda Benning has taken Delta from 6 wins the year before she got there to 11 last year in her first season to 13 this year, with a few winnable games left in the last few days of the season, plus a winnable sectional. Her Eagles won 64-33 at Jay County Thursday. Jay County's 8-11 and got 14 points from Haley Schwederman. Monroe Central led 15-1 after one quarter and beat Cowan 58-17. The Bears are 15-5 and have won 5 of their last 7. Cowan is 3-15. Liberty Christian is 4-5 after a 72-25 win over Purdue Poly North. And 2A number 14 Whitco clinched a share of the Three Rivers Conference Championship with a 64-34 win at Mechaniqua. Whitco is at 10-7 Northfield Saturday at 1 in its conference finale and has a chance to win the conference championship outright. Whitco is now 14-3 on the season. In boys basketball, Greenfield Central won its 5th straight game, 79-46 over Shortridge. Braylon Mullins was 15 for 21 from the field and finished with 37 points. He also blocked 4 shots. There are a few good Mr. Basketball candidates this year, but I'll be shocked if it's not Braylon Mullins in the end. The third-ranked Cougars are now 12-2. They're at 13-3 Shelbyville Saturday in a big Hoosier Heritage Conference showdown. The Indianapolis City Tournament quarterfinals, 3A number 5 Cathedral beat Cecina 100-38. The Irish will play 12-6 Purdue Poly in Saturday's semifinal round at 6 at Tech. Purdue Poly beat Covenant Christian 59-57. In the other semifinal, it'll be Class 3A number 7 Addicts. They beat Tech 97-57. They'll play 11-4 Crystal House, which beat Ritter 80-71. We've got lots of results from local high school swimming on Thursday. LaPel and Anderson split a dual meet. 11 different Anderson boys won at least one event in a 144-35 win over the Bulldogs. The Indians were led by Caleb Dean, who won the 100 butterfly, the 500 free. That guy's got some stamina, and was part of the Indians' 400 freestyle relay team. LaPel's girls beat Anderson 101-72. El Cantos won the 50 free, the 500 free. That's pretty unusual, and was part of 2 relay wins. Sisters Sophia and Bella Settlemeyer went 1-2 at the 200 IM. And Anderson's Lily Kuhn won the 200 freestyle. Rob Hunt of the Herald Bulletin supplied the info for that. He covered the meet. Please go check out his coverage. Oak Hills and Norwell's boys tied 90-90 on Oak Hill Senior Night. Connor Bullock won the 500 freestyle and was a member of the winning 400 freestyle relay team. Grant Cates won the diving event for the Golden Eagles, and Oak Hill had 10 personal bests on the night. Oak Hill's CIC champion girls team had 8 personal bests and a 106-74 loss to Norwell on senior night. Kanae Drollinger won the 100 freestyle and was on the 200 freestyle relay team that won for Oak Hill. Diving was also won by Oak Hill by Abby Sneed. Burris swept Marion. The Owls girls won 75-59, and the boys won 102-66. For Marion, Emma Miller won the 200 and 500 freestyle. She was also on the winning 400 freestyle relay team with Jeff Paduga, Ellie Campagnero, and Mary Harrington. Mike Harrington won the 100 backstroke, Josiah Womack the 200 free, and Ethan Fain won diving for the Giant Boys. Pendleton's boys beat Mount Vernon 111 to 54 on senior night. Mount Vernon won the girls' meet in a close one, 91 to 81. In boys wrestling, Alexandria beat Delville 72 to 9. The Pacers laid a giant French egg Thursday in Paris. The 140-110 loss to the Spurs is their second largest of the season. The good news is the last time they were beaten by 30 plus points, they bounced back and beat the same team, the Celtics, 2 nights later. The 24-20 Pacers will face the 20-22 Spurs again Saturday in Paris at noon. That game can be seen on ESPN. French sensation Victor Wembanyama had 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 block shots in the win. He's had at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks 4 times in his career. That trails only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Shaquille O'Neal all time in NBA history. Benedict Mathurin led the Pacers with 24 points. To college basketball, Alice Lloyd swept IU Kokomo's men and women Thursday in Pippa Pass, Kentucky. I just love saying that. The IUK men took an 80 to 73 loss. The 13-6 Cougars were led by 19 points from senior forward Noah Harris from Noblesville, and 17 points and 15 rebounds from senior forward Max Newman. IUK's women lost 75 to 66 despite 18 points from sophomore guard Cameron Rector and 13 points and 13 boards from senior forward Anna Kaiser, who is also from Noblesville. A look ahead to Friday's highlights. Some boys basketball games to look out for in the CIC. And in the Central Indiana Sports Report game of the night, 8 and 5 Blackford is at 4 and 7 Frankton at 8 o'clock. Blackford is 4-0 in the CIC. Defending champion Frankton is 2-1. Big game in the conference. 9-3 Oak Hill is also in the CIC race. They're 3-0 and probably considered the favorite. They're at 4-10 Alexandria. Alexandria is also still in the CIC race. They are 4-10 overall, but 2-1 in the CIC. 6-6 Mississippi is at 2-10 Elwood, and 6-6 Eastbrook is at 4-7 Madison Grant. Also Friday night, 6-7 Tri Central goes to Class A number 9 Carroll. By the way, all these games except for Blackford at Frankton are 6 o'clock start for the JV with the varsity to follow. 8-2 Mechanic is at 9-5 Western. Really good game. Western coming off a really difficult loss to Taylor on Saturday. Unbeaten Northeastern is ranked 8th in Class 2A. They go to 7-5 Lapel. Big game for the Bulldogs. 6-6 Marion sits atop the NCC at 2-0. They go to 10-3 Lafayette Jeff, which is 1-1 in the conference. 10-4 Kokomo is at 6-9 Muncie Central. Both teams still in the NCC race with 1 loss apiece. And 5-8 Pendleton Heights goes to Delta. The Eagles are 9-3. That is a Hoosier Heritage Conference showdown. Michelle Garman of the Tipton Tribune and Elwood Call Leader and I spoke with Blackford head coach Aaron Daniels and Frankton head coach Brent Brobston for the Central Indiana Sports Report boys basketball game of the weekend, which will release Friday at about 11 a.m. We also interviewed Madison Grant's Josh Hendrickson, Tri-Central's Cam Hindman, Oak Hill's Kevin Renbarger, Alexandria's Marty Carroll, Western's Cam Bennington, and Lapel's Kevin Cherry for our weekend previews. We'll be releasing those throughout the day Friday. We'll also have Hamilton Heights and Tipton previews Saturday morning. Looking ahead to Friday's girls basketball games, the Hoosier Conference playoffs. Western is at Rensselaer for the conference championship. Hamilton Heights is at Central Catholic for third. Logansport at Benton Central for fifth. And Tipton faces West Lafayette for seventh. All the Hoosier Conference games are scheduled for 7:30. In a key NCC game, 9 and 12, Marion is at 14 and 4 Lafayette Jeff. Marion's 2 and 2 in the conference. Lafayette Jeff's 3 and 0. The Broncos go to Richmond on Saturday afternoon with a chance to win the conference. Marion at Jeff is part of a boys-girls doubleheader and will begin at 6 o'clock. Also on Saturday, Alexandria is at Oak Hill for the CIC Championship. We spoke with Alexandria head coach Mickey Hosier, and we'll have that preview for you on Saturday morning. College basketball on Friday. Third place Purdue hosts second place Michigan in a big Big Ten game Friday at 8 o'clock. Number 11 Purdue is 15 and 5 overall, 7 and 2 in the Big Ten. The number 20 Wolverines are 14 and 4 overall, 6 and 1 in the Big Ten. Both are chasing number 8 Michigan State, which is 7 and 0 in Big Ten play. IU's women are at Oregon Friday at 9. The Hoosiers are 12 and 6, and the Ducks are 14 and 5. After winning 8 of 9, the Hoosiers lost their last two games, both at home, 68 to 54 to Illinois and 73-66 against fourth-ranked USC. The Ducks have lost 3 of their last 5 games, including 86 to 68 to number 22 Michigan State on Sunday in their last outing. Indiana star Sydney Parrish used to play for Oregon. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Hey, if you like the Central Indiana Sports Report, please, it's very important that you tell all of your friends who you think would also like the Central Indiana Sports Report. We appreciate every single one of you. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love Susie.